Before this video starts, I have a little bit of an announcement. This video in particular has taken longer than most of mine, so I'll be shifting from semi-daily stuff to a hopefully more consistent monthly or weekly upload. It will take a little bit of time to decide what day of the week or of the month is best for uploads, but I do hope you stick around as I figure things out and make YouTube a more serious thing for myself. Also, this video took a while to make, mostly because I was putting it off. My bad. But anyway, thank you, and on to the video. Hello, my name is Ram, and this video will be a little less focused on my typical gaming content and more on some of my interests. Although I have gameplay in the background, it's completely okay for you to just click away from the video and listen to me speak. Alright, let's get into the topic, which is music. Lately, I've been getting really interested in sadder type music, stuff like XO by Eden, Moral of the Story by Ash, Sun Goes Down by Lil Nas X, and Jocelyn Flores by, well, I'm pretty sure everyone knows them anyway. The lyrics don't necessarily have to be sad or deep or anything. I just like the softer stuff. Acoustic guitar, violin, triangle even, stuff like that. Since I've been getting into it a lot, I've, now more than ever, wanted to learn guitar and learn to sing. I wouldn't say I can't sing because almost everyone can sing, but I just don't know any techniques, and also I suck at speaking anyway, so I doubt I can master singing while playing guitar too. Though, I mean, that doesn't make me want to learn any less. In fact, it encourages me more to learn to play and sing. I want to be able to sing and play songs, maybe even write my own one day. Hell, I might even start my own embarrassing college or high school band that everyone regrets. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I love fantasizing about this type of stuff because it's entirely unrealistic, but also serves to inspire me to actually do it. I am pretty lazy though, so maybe it might not happen. But who knows, maybe in a future video I'll show off some music stuff, like songs I wrote, covers I've made, or stuff with my hypothetical band. I do wonder what type of instruments the band would need. Guitar, drums, and maybe some of that techno shit with those beeps and boops. All that is just a possibility, though, so maybe my career doesn't head in the direction of music, but still, it's a nice thought. Anyway, sad and slow music isn't all that I'm into. I really love, well, everything Weezer's done, plus stuff like old songs, like old songs, like Everywhere at the End of Time era, and a couple decades ahead of it, too. I really enjoy swing and, stuff from the black and white era. It brings me back to a different time that feels oddly familiar. Maybe it's the time period I was in a past life, and my soul is drawn to it, or some spiritual shit like that. I also do enjoy, songs you could fight someone to, but not like a regular uncivil engagement of fisticuffs and throwing each other around like a bar fight, but rather a sword fight, a long, intense one, with your mind-washed twin sister as you're forced to strike her down to preserve the safety of the universe, or some anime shit like that. You know, intense, no lyrics, emotional. Ooh, and I really like that bassy political shit, like Revenge of Paris, about eating fascists and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get too into that. Politics are for my Twitter, which you should totally follow, by the way. Link in description. I like boppy songs, too. It's hard to describe, but happy and upbeat. The only good word I can describe it as is bouncy, if that makes sense. I guess that's modern pop, or maybe early 2010s pop. I don't know. Speaking of early 2010s pop, that reminds me of Kids Bop, which reminds me of songs tailored for kids, or Nickelodeon type songs, you know. Cake by the Ocean, Watermelon Sugar, those songs and their general vibe. Yeah. I hate those. Watermelon Sugar is like a 4 out of 10 at best, and all those other songs are way lower on the scale. I'm not saying I hate popular songs, because I like most popular and mainstream things, because most of the time things are mainstream because they're good, like the Pumpkin Spice Latte or the MCU, both things that have a super huge fan base and both are amazing, but people sometimes complain about them simply because it's basic and they have a deep psychological need to be unique and stand out. But really, being basic is okay. Being into popular things that don't hurt anyone is great. And you aren't worth less at all if you like something a lot of other people like. It's like with those people in middle school who try to stand out by presenting themselves as not part of the usual crowd, but really they come off as irritating because they simply imply that those of us who like the grain and don't care too much to go against it are bad and wrong, which clearly isn't the case. Anyway, I sort of went off on a tangent, but hey, it's my video. I decide what is on it. Though you, the viewer, are allowed to suggest some potential video topics, I wouldn't complain. Plus, I'd love the creative push. But I digress. I also like that kind of car seat headrest stuff. One Trade Danger, too. Will Toledo and Andrew Katz are good, but I've not listened to a ton of their stuff, simply because they're sometimes overwhelming with the length, and it's very hard to keep me hooked on something, because I've got an awful attention span. But just because they can't hold my attention for very long doesn't mean they couldn't hold yours. You could try listening to them sometime. You should also listen to all the other artists I like, because my music opinions are objective and the best opinions on music clearly ever. Actually, that reminds me. Artists. I love them, of course, but does anyone ever, discover an artist or band, listen to some of their stuff, like it, and then just never check up on that person or group ever again? I simply cannot be bothered to care about a new album drop, and I don't know why. I mean, except for anyone I'm really fixating on at the moment, like Lil Nas X, Weezer, and at one point Imagine Dragons. This has turned into a relatively short video for me because my brain decided to die for no reason, and me no thinky think anymore. So this will be it for me for today. So if you have any questions about my music taste and stuff like that, you can hit me up over my Twitter at xboy123. It'll be linked down in the description for easier access too. I'd also like to remind you to read the Hyperlinked comic, and on the topic of music, the Hyperlinked server has some members who actually make and remix and cover music and stuff, so you can listen to some of their stuff. It's really cool. So, the Hyperlinked Discord server will also be linked in the description. As always, thank you once again for sticking around through this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Heyo, post-editing Zram here. I recorded some audio for this video a little bit ago, but since then some stuff has changed, so this is a bit of an odd video to stay it in, but the hyperlinked comic has been, as of now, discontinued, and it will not be updated indefinitely. That, however, does not mean the Discord community has closed, and it's very much alive and active, with more of a focus on the members of the community rather than the comic itself. So come on down, talk with us, have some fun, it's a grand old time. Alright, goodbye for real now.